So we are on day 5 of our Holy Week videos, and this is our second to last one. We are on Jesus' crucifixion. Now, our story is found in Luke chapter 23. So if we go to the New Testament, which is where we've been all week, and look for a book called Luke, and we want chapter 23. So if we go right to the back of Luke, it should be right here, chapter 23. Now, Jesus was taken to a hill to be crucified, and he was there with criminals and other bad people.
And criminals? Why would they put him with criminals?
Well, people at the time thought that Jesus had done bad things as if he was a criminal. So they put him amongst other criminals. Now, whilst he was on the cross, Jesus prayed to his Father. He said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they have done." Some people were mocking Jesus, and they said that he'd saved others, so why couldn't he save himself? And soldiers came and they poked fun at him, and they called him the King of the Jews, and they were just mocking him. And then on one side of him was a criminal, but he knew who Jesus really was. He knew that he was the Messiah. He knew that Jesus was the Son of God. And he asked Jesus to remember him when he went back to heaven. And Jesus said, "Today you'll be with me in paradise." And a few hours later, Jesus died and he breathed his last breath and he said, "It is finished."
That's such a good story. So, should we make a craft to remind us of this? So, you will need some glue, some paper, some salt, and a couple of paint colours. Now, we have put some water in ours because you want it to be a bit runny. You can use watercolours if you have them, but we didn't have any. So what you want to do is you want to take your glue and draw the shape of a cross in the glue. Now, when you've finished drawing a cross with your glue, you're going to take some of the salt and just put it on the glue so it sticks down. You can even use your finger to press it down a little bit. Just going to try and cover all of the glue with some salt. If your glue is not very sticky, you might want to use some liquid glue like Lauren has, because mine's not sticking down very well. And then you can use your spoon or your finger to just press it down and make sure it's sticky. Okay, now when you covered your paper, you want to lift it up and put all the rest of the salt back in here that hasn't stuck. There we go. And then you're going to take your paint and you're just going to dab it on so it soaks into the salt, so you can make it colourful. Like this. There you go, and when you're done, you should have your cross. So, Lauren, what can we take away from this story?
Well, I think the story talks about how anyone can be forgiven by Jesus. So the guy next to Jesus was a criminal. He'd obviously done some bad things, but Jesus forgave him.
So what did the criminal have to do to be saved?
In the story, the criminal knew that Jesus was the Son of God. He knew that he was the Messiah and the one that everyone was talking about that would save everyone. So he asked Jesus to forgive him, and he wanted to be with Jesus for the rest of his life. And that is all that Jesus asks of us if we want to be with him and we want to hang out with him, is that we know that he is the Son of God. So I think it talks about how no matter what we do and what we say, we can still be forgiven by Jesus because of what he did on the cross.
Amazing. So how does that relate to us today?
So I think that if we do something that we know is wrong, or we maybe shouldn't have done, or something that we want to ask God for forgiveness for, we should go in confidence and know that God will forgive us, because he'll forgive anything that we've done as long as we're sorry, and we know that Jesus is the Son of God.
Amazing. So I reckon that can be our challenge for this week. What do you think?
Sounds good.
So maybe if you do something wrong this week, or there's something that you don't feel so well about, I reckon we can try and pray to God for forgiveness and trust that that means that we're forgiven.
Cool. Well, that is the end for today, and we will see you tomorrow for our last Holy Week video. Bye!
Bye!